you thought that I would lay down and die. Whoa, no. Demon fangs spitting in my cup all night long. Will your tongue at my throne of power? Oh, no. I never for a second thought that I was dead. Oh, no. I never for a second let you into my head. Oh, no. I'll take a bow and I'll show you how to survive. I bet you die, you were the love of my life. Whoa, no. I bet you thought that I would lay down and die. Whoa, no. I bet you thought that I would lose my mind. Oh, no. I bet you thought that I'd give up tonight. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. I'm going crazy to get out of this. Oh, yeah. I'll take a bow and I'll show you how to survive. I bet you die, you were the love of my life. Whoa, no. I bet you thought that I would lay down and die. Whoa, no. Now can I get away from the pain when I baby? I'll never get away. Why? Now can I get away from the pain when I baby? I'll never get away. I'll take a bow and I'll show you how to survive. I bet you die, you were the love of my life. Whoa, no. I bet you thought that I would lay down and die. Oh, no, yeah.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features a very good defense. The Cowboys are top 10 in fewest points allowed. They'll be up against the Ravens offense that wants to prove it can do some damage. So, for the call of this Week 11 matchup, let's hand it over to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Dallas Cowboys. Romo here on first down. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And he's brought down. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
They run with a rookie. Here's Elliott. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
One thing that's really difficult for an offense is often identifying how to block a 3-4 defense. Well, when they're coming on a blitz, even more difficult. They're elusive targets and hard to hit.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now Romo. He hits Beastlee right side. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be third down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Cut it left. Cut it left. Hey, switch. Get ready.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A pickup of 5 that time and a first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The wide receivers, often a very, very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it either. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big plays out in the open field. They will attempt to do so in this game.
Let's go.
Here's Romo now on 2nd down. He finds his target, Terrence Williams. 23 yards on the play.
I know that in recent years, it's been tough on Tony Romo. A lot of injuries have piled up, but he's still able to sling it, Brandon. Look at that throw.
Yeah, he can. By the way, you know his given name on his birth certificate?
Hit me.
Antonio Ramiro Romo.
Hey!
That flows
He's got a good ring, too.
well,
They start calling him Antonio.
The lyrical one.
Now Tony Romo on 1st down. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
50.
They go play action here on. Now Romo hit, and he loses the football. He had it jarred out. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. To throw on 2nd down is Romo. He's going to go up top, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Des Bryant, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Surveying the field. Oh, he's going to take a shot, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
He missed all of last year with a torn ACL and MCL, but it's so good to see Orlando Scandrick back on the field and making plays. Another interception for him.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. First down carry by Elliott. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And here are the Raven defensive starters.
C.J. Mosley's your prototypical Alabama linebacker. They'll come downhill and smack you, but they understand the game so well.
Kill. Under. Let's go. Here we go. Watch twit.
On second down, here's Romo. A dump off to Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On first and 10, Romo. And that's incomplete. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time. And that'll bring up second down. And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance to get the ball downfield.
On second and 10, Romo. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down. Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on third down. Third and 2, it's Romo. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So they were able to move the ball into the red zone, but they'll wind up coming away with just 3.
Yeah, 32-yarder. That's equal to an extra point nowadays, and those are no problem for an NFL kicker.
Shift together here from the D-line. First carry for Justin Forsett. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense, it's really kind of geared to stop that play. Your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
They stay on the ground. Forsett again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Here we go. Leopard. Here we go now. 3-19.
The slot man in motion right. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a carry here for Terrence West. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Barry Church, the strong safety, the one to get him down. In this offense, they look towards Steve Smith a lot.
It's a good idea because if you don't, you're going to hear about it. No one plays the wide receiver position angrier or better than Steve Smith Sr.
10 yards still left on second down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Steve Smith that time. Third down here. And a look at the defense for the Cowboys.
When at his best, Orlando Scandrick is one of the top nickel cornerbacks in the NFL.
Defense has set themselves up nicely. Third and 10 now. Now Cook. He's got time in the pocket. And he can't get away from the pressure. Cook goes down. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, yeah, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
Maybe an anxious moment or two when the ball was on its way, but he does find a way to curl it in.
Oh, yeah. That one definitely hugged the left upright, but he got it to go.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
Here's Elliott. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. Here's Romo now on 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Throwing, Cook. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. This is West. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, and they've got it here with a first down. To throw. Smith catches left side. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd down. And this time they go underneath for a simple pitch and catch.
And not only do you get the pitch and catch, Brandon, but you're able to keep the receiver moving when you hit him with the drag route.
Now a carry for Lorenzo Taliaferro. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Really strong, effective run there out of a power set or a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game, and that's tough for a defensive coordinator. They want to spot that lineup coming into the game early so they can get the proper defensive personnel on the field. That's why the coordinator's relying on some of the assistants to tell him what offensive personnel is hitting the field so he can adjust accordingly. They weren't able to stop him on that run.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On second down for Seth. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. They'll try and get it with Forsett. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short run there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
7 yards to go on 2nd down. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. To throw on 2nd down is Romo. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves his sticks.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Back to throw, Romo, and Beastlee with it over the middle. Give them 11 on the gain there, and it'll be 1st down, Cowboys.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Romo gives to Elliott, and he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And a couple of big boys up front defensively, and in that 4-3, those D tackles so vital.
Extremely vital. I love how you describe that, because if they control things up front, often it's over the guard. Sometimes they slide and make it over the center. It's really hard to get a play started then, because a lot of teams want to start inside out running the football. But against a good 4-3, you may not find any space. And on that play, there was 0 space, no gain.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
While we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore, I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even add a little extra at the end with a short run.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
His throw incomplete. The Cowboys' all-time receptions leader, Jason Witten, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
On second down, Elliott. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Des Bryant, the intended receiver, and it brings up 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on 4th down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
All right, here we go.
On first down, this is Forsett. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And hauled in by Pitta. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Dumps it off to Forsett. And he's brought down. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Let's see it. Let's see it. Leopard. Leopard.
Now Cook. Finding time. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
And there's a good opportunity. Just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Throwing, Cook. That's caught at the 1. Call it a gain of 5. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Gun.
One man in the backfield, Elliott.
Let's go. 180. No, let's go 52. Kill. Check.
He'll get it running right. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now it's Romo. And Bryant's got it over the middle. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
50. Check safety. 180.
Romo here on first down. Now Romo hit, and he loses the football. He had it jarred out, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust, and this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his man on the out route. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a Baltimore first down.
Really good job by the offense there. Every second counts right now. So for them to get out of bounds and save some time, that's a nice move.
And he motions the wide receiver. They'll look to throw here on first down. Catch left side here by Aiken. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
We just saw an example of what we talk about all the time when we meet with coaches. They want that hidden yardage to come to the front when they throw the football. Throw it, catch it, and then pick up more yardage after the catch.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Shift together here from the D-line. In motion goes the tight end. Back to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 37. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front as we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So 2nd and 10 here. On play action, they'll throw. He's got time. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was a long pass attempt downfield, and the ball was popped up in the air. And how come things go from really fast to almost slow motion when the ball's up in the air and the defender's unable to haul it in before it hits the ground?
Third down, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Taking it about the 16. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Such a dynamic combination, Tony Romo and Dez Bryant, and it has been on display.
Happy quarterback, happy receiver equals happy team. That's kept them in the lead in this game and made everyone feel good. And, hey, Dez can be demonstrative now, but he's having a good time doing it.
It's caught on the right side. Williams. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Romo, he's going to air one out. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. It's a big play, Romo to Bryant, and even 40 yards.
Today's receivers in the NFL, they're the complete package nowadays. We know they can run, we know they can catch, but they have those big frames now. So oftentimes they just out-physical guys downfield and go up and catch the football, and we saw a big gain as a result on that play.
Let's go! One! Kill! Check! 59! Check!
lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play for the defense.
He dumps off to Morris. 7 yards on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal.
180. 57. Mike, 57. 180. 59. 59. Trade right. Let's go.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
This is where it gets fun because this is a big decision coming up. Listen to the crowd. You can tell they've already made their decision. You know they want them to go for it. But the big decision does rest with the head coach. What will he decide to do?
They come out here in the I.
No, let's go 55. 50, 50. 11. Let's go.
Running with Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And his kick is good. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
Now Cook. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Throwing, Cook. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Tyrone Crawford in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Pulled in at the 24. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. They come out here in the I. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he showed a nice little juke, but then the window quickly closed. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Another carry for the rookie Elliott. Stays on his feet and able to use the stiff arm to gain leverage initially, but not much room thereafter. The former Charger All-Pro Eric Weddle on the stop. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. Romo on 3rd down. He completes it to Bryant. The pickup of 11, and it moves the chains.
While it may seem like an every-game occurrence, let's not treat it that way. Tony Romo's had some injury issues, right? He's starting to advance in years. Watch what he and Des Bryant did in this game. Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, when they do that, they're hard to stop.
Yeah, they really are. Lots of connections, which means big-time offense, which usually leads to victory for their team.
In the red zone this time. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jason Witten, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And he'll bang that one through. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
There's just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Now a shotgun snap is still, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Des Bryant with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And now here come the Ravens. Five receivers in the game, 4 of them to the left side. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his throw here is incomplete. Kamar Aiken, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. In motion comes the tight end left. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he finds his man, Kamar Aiken. A gain of 11 and a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
And the wideout in motion. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. A good pickup there, 22.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s, I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that, but a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
The open man is Smith. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And he was able to find a very soft spot in that zone coverage.
I love that term, Brandon, that soft spot.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking, must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. They'll come out in the pistol. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13.
Let's go. 50, 50. Big run. Come on, let's go.
To throw on second down is Romo. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
A gain of 13 and also a first down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
They'll run with Elliott, and he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know they're...
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the possession is theirs. At their own 43-yard line. They start on the ground with Forsett. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Now Cook. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. see the pistol here. A dump off to Elliott. And he's brought down. It's a pickup of 14 there. And it'll be a Dallas first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
The play clock's running down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Here we go.
Now Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. Cole Beastlee, the intended target. Now 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And the Ravens taking the field. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side at Smith. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing, Cook, complete. Smith has it. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
Here we go now.
Back to throw again. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They get 14 yards there and a 1st down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Ravens a 1st down. And they're going to speed things up here. There were a couple holes there, partner. Was that zone coverage?
That's exactly what it was, Brandon. When you see man-to-man, that defender runs with the receiver. In this case, they were just taking care of their zone coverages, their responsibilities on the field, and the offense found the open space.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this one caught by Max Williams. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And quickly, they get to the line.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now Elliott, and he goes across the 20 to the 22. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Second down following the run.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. 2 yards to go here on third down. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag. Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third down.
Could be a blitzer.
He completes it to Bryant. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Again, it's Elliott. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Now the fifth-year man, this is Lance Dunbar. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 40. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He'll try and keep this away from Hester as this is going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now Cook, and hauled in by Pitta. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll bring up a second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 232. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. To throw now on first down. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got time in the pocket. And now here is another interception. Picked off. It's J.J. Wilcox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.